Hey, this is James. This is my Porsche DME cable for the engine management part. I'm going to do a quick tour of it. It's off a 85.1 early model, so it should be almost the same for the 83 and 84. This is the DME connector. The reason why I took it out, well, it was taken out when I bought the car because the guy thought it was bad, but what ended up being bad was the actual DME and the the TPS, the throttle position sensor, and the mass airflow sensor, or the early version of one. So this one, this is inside the cabin underneath your feet, and this goes to the altitude. This connector goes to the altitude sensor. This goes to the tachometer. This goes right up by the brake, in the engine compartment. This is T9A. I think the A means it's under the hood. And I labeled what they are number wise. So starting with a green 1, 2, 3, and then starting on this side 4, 5, 6, and then the back side 7, 8, 9. And I have it written out. Maybe I'll post a better picture of it for everybody. But this mainly goes back into the fuel pump, the dashboard, and the DME relay. So even though the computer's here and the DME relay is right underneath it in the on the driver's side, this is how the computer makes it back to the DME relay in the fuel relay here. And one of these is the battery too, probably the red. I think it's the red and yellow one. All right, here's the O2 sensor. Might be different based on the models and California car and not. So anyway, this one, goes to DME pin 23 and the O2 sensors. I think this just heats it up. And even though this one's broken, I think they all break, just the plastic, you could hot wire these in to the sensor. All right, so here's the main grounds that run up to pins 5. This is for the transmission. And this one's for the transmission bell housing. This one's for the engine. And it's pin 16, and there's one other. Let's see. Sorry, pin 17. Okay, here's the speed sensor. And the only way I was able to figure out which one was which is I had to trace it all the way up to the DME using just a voltmeter, or just a resistance. Use the one that gives you the buzz, one that makes a continuity test. And then here is the reference sensor, which is just off the crank. Both these are off the crank. One's for speed sensing. I don't know why the computer needs 2 of them, but it does. Okay, this branch here is the fuel injectors. So at the front, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is at the back. Okay, all these are going up to the DME connector. Now here's where we get the first split. So this goes to TA. This is for the supplemental air valve, and it's part of the T9A pin 2 connector. So right here, and it goes to the dashboard of the car. So pin 2. Okay, so this is the supplemental air valve, and basically it turns on when the fuel pump turns on. I'm not sure how it turns off, but I think there's a temperature sensor in it next to the motor, because it sits right there, and once it gets above 170 it probably turns it off. So that runs air through venting the crankcase and other idle air control. I'm going to leave it on for when I show you when I'm making a new harness here. I'm leaving it on for the micro squirt to maybe control it, or for it to work the same way. Now this is the temperature to the dashboard wire, and this one goes to, so it's T9A pin, pin 8, and it just goes to this connector here. Pin 8, it goes up into the dashboard. Okay, we're going to bypass these and go right over here to the oil. These go to the dashboard as well. This is for the oil pressure, and you know, it goes through, I think it's T9A 6 and 9. Again, this guy here. All right, finally to the rest of the induction control. So this is for the mass airflow. This is for cylinder temperature back to the computer, and then this is for the throttle position sensor off of the throttle control. And so I had to measure. I had to basically get all this out for converting it to a micro squirt. And the reason why I did that is because the DME is dead, and I didn't want to. The car's not worth a real restore, so it's a resto mod. And you know, I got a 07 engine over there, 07K engine, along with a 01X 6-speed transmission for it. But first, I need to get this through Colorado emissions so I can get it under a 5-year emissions plan. So I need to do it with as close as I can to what looks like the regular, you know, the regular motor and stuff, because of how emissions work in Colorado. Pain in the ass. And the the mini squirt stuff is fun to do. And then here is everything for that, and I'll go on in the next video about that.